Have a good day, dear students. My name is Mayuri Karya. I hope you all are well at your home. Today we will see the part 2 of Chapter 2, Standard-8, Social Science, Geography, Ncert book. The book name is Social Science, Resource and Development. In this we will see the chapter 2, land, soil, water, natural vegetation and wildlife resources. First we will see the quick recap of the part 1. In part 1 we have seen land, soil, water and resources which belong to abiotic resources and are the most important sources. Various natural vegetation and wildlife resources come under biotic resources. Okay, so means whatever the resources land, soil and water means they be land, soil and water are the means abiotic resources, and natural vegetation and wildlife resources come under the biotic resources. Okay, either biotic resources or abiotic resources, both type of resources are exhaustible in nature. Means once we are using again when supply is being completed, means again we have to use for wait for 1,000 years. In that first point we had seen about the land. Land is among the most important natural resources. Land covers about 30% of total area of earth surface. Okay, so means we know very well 3/4 is being covered means by water of earth surface, and one part is means only land is there on the earth. 90% of the world population occupies only 30% of land area. The remaining 70% of land is either sparsely populated or uninhabited. Okay, polluted or uninhabited means only means people are living occupying means 30% of area land to live. Rest of the area is means polluted or means uninhabited. Okay, next we had seen about the land use. Land refers to the use for a different purpose such as agriculture, forestry, mining, buildings, houses, roads and setting up of industries. Factors affecting land use are of two kinds: physical factors and human factors. Physical factors including topography, soil, climate and availability of water, and human factor including population and technology. Okay, so these factors affect the means quality of land. Okay, the exploitation of mineral resources also make the soil vulnerable to the degradation. Means we are using the overuse of the soil like means mining, soil erosion, means deforestation, major threat of the environment, landslide. This are making the means lands quality degrade. Okay, means degrade the land's quality. Conservation of land resources. So how we can conserve the land? This is the most important thing. We have to conserve the nature resources. So in first, conservation of land resources. Growing population and their ever growing demand has led to a large scale degradation of forest cover and arable land and has created a fear of losing these natural resources. Means overpopulation. Because of overpopulation, overuse of land means land quality is being decreased. The present rate of degradation of land must be checked. So we have to check the land. Third one, the common method used to conserve the land resources are afforestation. Afforestation means we have to grow more and more trees and we have to create more and more forest. Land reclamation means we have to clean the land and again we have to means make that land for a use. regulate use of chemical pesticides and fertilizers and checks on the overgrazing. Okay, so means regular means use of chemicals also we have to check, and we have to use that in a understandable manner. By making rules related to soil and land conservation, and by making the farmers educate regarding the negative aspect of overgrazing and overutilization of fertilizers. Okay, so we have to be aware to farmers that if the people are doing overgrazing or over fertilization on a land, so what will be the result for a land? Okay, means where land's fertility is being decreased, the government can play an active role to preserve the soil and land. Okay, next we had seen the soil. The soil is the thin layer of grainy substance covering the surface of the earth. Soil is made up of organic matters, minerals, and weathered rocks found on earth. It takes hundreds of years to form few centimeters of soil. Okay. So what is soil? The difference between land and soil: on land people are living, but on soil means people are growing the crop. Okay, so this land formation take thousands of years. The four layer of soil profile are: first layer topsoil with humus and vegetation, second one layer soil with the sand, slate and clay, third one layer weathered rock and minerals, and fourth one layer patterned rock. That we had seen our last lecture, biodiagram. Okay, in different geography region different soil can be observed. In different area different soil means we are telling mitti. Okay, so in different region different soil we can observe. Various geoclimatic region make the soil distinctions and varied fertility of soil occur. Different type of soil are suitable for particular type of crops. Okay, because of different type of soil crop different crops, whatever suitable for that soil we can grow. Okay, factors of soil formation. The major factor of soil formation are the nature of the patterned rock and climatic factor. Okay, so patterned rock means in each in each and every area different type of patterned rock we can find. Okay, so and that patterned rock are being crushed and taking a powder form, that is a soil. Okay, so climatic factor affect on that. The other factor of soil formation are the topography, role of organic minerals, and time taken for composition of soil formation. Okay, so the other factor of soil formation is topography, means which kind of land is there. The role of organic mineral means there which kind of organic mineral, or we can say organic insects or something, means the people that insects are also taking a part to make a soil formation. Okay, small organisms are available in soil, like that. Okay, next relief determine the altitude and slope and accumulate of soil, means on which altitude it has been situated, that is also affect the soil formation. Flora, fauna and microorganism affect the rate of humus formation in soil. Okay, so the flora and fauna of flora and fauna means which kind of trees and plants are being grown in that land, that is also taking a part to take the rate of affect the rate of humus formation in soil. Now next, degradation of soil and conservation measures. Okay, now soil degradation is there. So how we can know about that soil degradation is there? So the soil degradation and water conservation measure the major threat of soil erosion and depletion. Okay, so because of the soil erosion and depletion, land is being unused. Next, human beings and natural factors are responsible of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Rainwater, landslides and floods are the factors which lead to a soil degradation. Okay, so these factors are also affect the soil degradation. Next, soil conservation refers to the protection, efficient use of soil and preservation of soil resources. Okay, so we have to conserve the soil or land resources. Next one, Mixed farming means how we can conserve the soil. So in shelter belt are the means we had seen that. Okay, so mulching in the method, which is the ground between the planting covered with a layer of organic matter like straw, it helps the retain of soil moisture. Okay, we had seen that picture. Counter barriers is method. Counter barriers is a method. Terrace means farming, we had seen the picture in our first part. Counter barriers is the method in which stone, grass, soil are used to build barriers along counters. Trenches are made in front of them to collect water. Okay, second one means counter barriers are means we are keeping in a terrace farming. So in terrace farming, broad flat steps of terrace are made on the steep slopes so that flat surface are available to grow crops. It reduces the surface runoff and soil erosion. We had seen that picture of terrace farming in the first part. In intercropping, different crops are grown in alternate rows and are sown at different time to protect the soil from rain wash. Okay, so in different row we are means not taking a one crop, but we are taking different crop. Like in a one row we have means grown vegetable, in second row we will grown means pulses, in third row we will means grown fruit. So means that crop that means different crop are taking different time for a means to growing, or we can say to means cultivate itself. So in that manner means they are taking means in a different proportion of nutrition from soil. So in that way also means we can save the nutrition of means soil. Now counter plying is a process parallel to the counter of hill slopes to form a natural barriers to stop water from the down the slope. Counter plying is a method means one row we are keeping means vacant, and in one row we are means growing the plant. Okay, so in one row means so means that the row means besides of the where we have grown the plant is being vacant, so automatically whatever the nutritions are of that row is also going in a plant. So you know means more proportion plants are getting the nutrition, so that can be grown in a means good manner. So counter plying is also a helpful method. Next one, shelter belts are the row of trees planted to check a wind movement to protect soil cover. That picture we had seen what is a shelter belt. Mixed farming and crop rotation are also some of the method to improve the fertile of soil. Okay, so in one season we have taken vegetable crop, in second season we have means grain crop, in third season we are taking a pulses. So this is the means rotation of crop which helps to means maintain the means nutrition of land. Excessive use of fertilizers is also cause of soil degradation and land is to lose of fertile of soil. Okay, so means excess use of fertilizer also means the cause of degradation of soil. Use of high yield crop variety is also a measure of causes a concern. Okay, so means some crops are that means that take a high nutrition, so that kind of crops also we are means when once we are growing, so next we cannot grow another crop in that area. Okay, so that therefore that also means we have to be careful that that kind of crops we have to grow that the nutrition of soil can be means sustained. Next topic now, well, let we start water. Water is a vital renewable natural resources. 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with water. It is therefore approximately called the water plant. It was in the primitive ocean that life begins almost 3.5 billion years back. Even today, the ocean covers 2/3 of the Earth's surface and support a rich variety of plant and animal life. Okay, in ocean also means oceanic life, or we can say means means plants and animals means are there. That is ocean world where means life is existed. The ocean water is, however, saline and not fit for human consumption. Fresh water accounts for only about 2.7%. Okay, so means fresh water account means drinkable water is only about 2.7%. Nearly 70% of this occur as a ice sheet and glacier in the Antarctica. In that also from 2.7% also 70% of the means water is in a form of ice sheet and glacier in the Antarctica, Greenland and mountain regions. Due to their location, they are inaccessible. Only 1% of fresh water is available and fit for human consumption. But only 1% of water is means available for human for drinking, or we can say in that form that can be drinkable. It is formed as a groundwater. Groundwater means downside of the earth we are getting water of drinking from bore wells and wells and river. Okay, so that is called the groundwater. As surface water in river and lakes and water vapors in the atmosphere. Okay, surface water also we are using like land means rivers and lake water. Fresh water is therefore the most precious substance on the earth. We know means that line jal hi jeevan hai. Okay, so means that is a precious substance on the earth. Water can neither be added nor subtracted from the earth. Okay, so means it cannot be the proportion of the water on the earth cannot be decreased or increased. Its total volume remain constant. Its abundance only seems to be vary because it is in constant motion, cycling through the ocean, the air and land and back again through the proportion of evaporation, precipitation and runoff. This is, as you already know, is referred to as the water cycle. So what is the water cycle? Let's we see. Here you can see the water cycle. First step is evaporation, second step is transpiration, third step is condensation, fourth step is precipitation and fifth step is collection. Okay, so means here evaporation means the water of means ocean is because of sun heat it is being evaporate and going upset, that is called the transpiration. Okay, when water is taking a form of a water vapor and going upset, that is called the transpiration. Okay, so first evaporation, second transpiration, then when it is going in a sky it being cool, that is called the condensation. We know very well the evaporation and condensation process. Now that cool down water means taking a form of a cloud, and when that cloud is going means runoff means the rain is coming on a means earth in a water form, that is called the precipitation. Now fifth one step is collection, means the rainwater we are collecting in a river, well or means somehow in our means now water conservation has been started, so in borewell as a in a form of borewell recharge and everything. Okay, so fifth one process is a collection. So again means in summer season what happen, because of sun heat, this whatever the water means supply is there, it is being again means evaporation, then transpiration, then condensation and then precipitation and collection. So this is a continuous process of water cycle. I hope you can understand by this video. Okay, humans use huge amount of water not only for drinking and washing but also in the process of production. Water for agriculture, industries, generating electricity through a reservoirs of dam are the other usage. Increasing population, rising demand for food and cash crops, increasing urbanization and rising standard of living are the major factors leading to shortages in supply of fresh water, either due to drying up of water resources or water pollution. Okay, So means where humans are using water, so huge amount of water not only for drinking but washing also, in process of production means somewhere buildings are being built, in that also means huge amount of water is being used, in farming also in huge amount of water is being used, in agriculture industries generating electricity, in different means field we need a water. Next one, problem of water availability. There is scarcity of water in many regions of the world. Most of Africa, West Asia, South Asia, part of Western USA, Northwestern Mexico, part of South America, and entire Australia are facing shortage in fresh water supply. Countries located in climatic zone most susceptible to droughts face great problem of water scarcity. Thus, water shortage may be a consequences of variation in seasonal or annual precipitation, or the scarcity is caused by over exploitation and contamination of water resources. Means because of overuse, contamination means we are misusing the water, over exploitation means over supply of water is extracting from the earth and being wasted. These are the causes for the water means scarcity or water problem. So next step, conservation of water resources. Access, here you can see river Yamuna is getting polluted due to savage industrial influent and garbage. Okay, so means whatever the industries near or the river Yamuna, that means throw all its wastage in river, so river Yamuna has been polluted. But now because of means this is a pandemic situation, actually the corona is, but many means good effect also we have seen, like rivers has been means cleared, environment has been cleared. We have heard that from means Jalandhar people can see means 200 kilometer away means Himalaya, sorry 200 meter away Himalaya ranges clearly. So means some like and means environment has been cleared now. So means this kind of means some good effect also we have heard of the means corona, and the most important thing that ozone layer is being means there is a hole in a ozone layer near the Antarctica, so that has been also means filled, and that ozone layer has been also recovered. Okay, so these are the some good effect. Okay, so now conservation of water resources, that is our responsibility to means sustain the natural resources. If we will not respect the natural resources, nature will not respect our life. Okay, we know very well that people are giving example of corona, that people have not understand in which manner we have to maintain the nature. Now nature is teaching us that how we have to sustain the life and how we have to sustain the natural resources. Okay, so now conservation of water resources. Access to clean and adequate water sources is a major problem facing the worldwide. Steps have to be taken to conserve these dwelling resources. Even though water is a renewable resource, its overuse and population make it unfit for use. Okay, means water availability is there, and because of polluted water its availability is less. Discharge of untreated or partially treated sewage, agriculture chemicals and industrial influence in water bodies are major contaminant. Contaminant means polluted the water. They pollute water with nitrate, metals and pesticides. Okay, so drinkable water is being contaminated in this way, means being polluted in this way. Most of these chemicals are non-biodegradable. Biodegradable means non-biodegradable and biodegradable. Biodegradable means whatever the sources we are using, if it we means keep under the earth and it is coming in a means its a good form and being used as a means we can use in a good manner, that is biodegradable, or we can say it can be soluble in earth, that is biodegradable. But the people adding means these chemicals are non biodegradable, means it is not being diluted or soluted in a means earth and reach human bodies through water. Water pollution can be controlled by treating this influence suitably before releasing them in a water bodies, like means chemicals or wastage from the industries and whatever the means sewages we are means running out to the rivers, that we have to be controlled. So in that manner we can means prevent the human, because the ultimately means that means wastages are again going to the human bodies and damaging the human means bodies. Okay, forest and other vegetation cover slow the surface runoff and replenish underground water. Means forests are the important sources that stores the water underground. Because of tree means water can be stored undergroundly. Okay, so forests are the major means solution of the for water conservation. Water harvesting is another method to save surface runoff water. Means rain is coming, means most of the rainwater is being means wasted and it is going in means gutters and sewages. Okay, so that we have to be conserve, we have to means dwell underground means tanks, and we have to means store that rainwater. And another method to recharge the bore wells. Okay, so means we have to make that suitable arrangement that whatever the rainwater is, that is going directly in the means underground bore wells. Okay, so in that way also means we can do the water harvesting. The canals used for irrigating fields should be properly linked and minimize loss by water species. Means some in agriculture means canals has been kept to take the water, that has been cleaned and properly means linked with where it has to be go the water. Okay, sometimes it has been broken, so water is being wastage on the way. Next one, sprinkles effectively irrigate the areas by checking water losses through seepage and evaporation. Okay, so some of the irrigation methods also help to save means save or save the water, or we can do the minimum use of water. In dry region with high rates of evaporation, drip or trickle irrigation is very useful. The valuable water resources can therefore be conserved by adopting this means of irrigation. Okay, so means some of the method that can be used for a means water conservation. Let's we see. Here in this video you can see the sprinkling method by which we can give water to the crop, and we can do the minimum use of water, that is called the sprinkle method. Here also the same method, sprinkle method, by which with the minimum use of water we can cultivate the crop in a good way. I hope you can understand, you have seen the lecture properly. The next part of the lecture we will continue in next video. Today we are keeping our lecture up to here. Thank you so much.